Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I have a deck that's still in the works, but what it can potentially do is a new FTK with a Lyrilusc engine, mixing in the Tribrigade, which you guys probably have already seen it before, but have you thought about Ghotsricks with them? Probably not. Neither did I. This is the first time that I actually saw this the other night, and I was like, what the heck is this? Don't worry about Maxi. It's not required. It's just another card that this person happens to be playing, as they are an OCG player, but the combo does not need Maxi to pull it off. He just uses it as just another card to get rid of. But what is important here is the combo with Reproducus. What this card allows you to do is convert something to whatever different type that you want, or an attribute. In our case, we're going to be making things Wing Beast. So the Lyrilusc monster with Tribrigade engine, you have a lot of consistency with being able to just spam the board with multiple monsters. But on top of that, you have this card called Bird Sanctuary, which lets you attach something to another Wing Beast Exceed monster. But now we're going to see the Ghotsrick Angel of Mischief come out, and what that allows us to do is have a win condition similar to like Exodia. So its win condition is that you have 10 materials, you win the duel once it has that number of materials. And then on top of that, you can throw it on top of it by another Ghotsrick Exceed monster you control except for itself. But on top of that, it does have another ability where you get to detach a material to add a Ghotsrick Spell/Trap from your deck to your hand. So you can technically add a little bit more than just like this one card, but you'll see we're going to be converting it to Wing Beast, and then all of these materials over here will also be attached to this as it's now a Wing Beast. However, you will see in a moment, and that's why I'm going to consider it like a deck in progress, that it's one short. The problem is that when you detach this one card for the effect of the Ghotsrick, well, you're just going to be adding another card. So it's one per turn you get detached material from this card to add one Ghotsrick Spell or Trap from your deck to your hand. And then on top of that, the other ability with this card is, again, you have that win condition. And on top of that, this card also, if I can go to it, there's so many different materials attached to it. It also has this other ability where you can activate it by targeting a Ghotsrick field spell, which we don't play in here. You return it to the hand, and then you get to activate a field spell from your hand or deck. Then you can banish from your graveyard, target Ghotsrick Exceed monster you control, and then special summon from your extra deck one Ghotsrick Exceed monster with a different name by using that target as material, and you also transfer its materials to the other card. So that is kind of cool with that ability. But it's like so close from pulling this off. Now, at this point, you guys will be wondering, like, where's the FTK? He's got 9. So that's where I was considering this like a deck in progress, and I think we can make some improvements to this deck, because he was running 41 cards and they weren't even playing Upstart. I'm like, wouldn't you want the most consistency with this? And unfortunately, it gets tightened, which that's gonna go ahead and send that back, as this is an OCG deck. They're OCG players, but nonetheless, Call by the Grave is activated and a Ripperoni that idea. So obviously, it's not going to be looking too good for him at this moment. But I wanted to go ahead and take a look at this because I think that with more minds, we can make this a little bit better. So, first off, I had to remove one copy of Called by the Grave and obviously all of the Maxis because, we can't play it here in the TCG. Although most of the cards here are OCG, when these cards eventually come out, we will be able to play it. But I was also thinking that you can actually make the deck have even more consistency if you wanted. King of P.O happens to be a dark, and I was even thinking like with Jester Confit, DD Crow, these are all other great targets that not only would facilitate being just like there as more monsters to summon, but they are also dark, so you can even think about running cards like Allure of Darkness for extra consistency. And he wasn't even playing Desires before, and I think this would be an excellent addition. Upstart, obviously, if you're playing an FTK deck, this would add more consistency. But even then, what he needed in his deck that he did not draw is Wing Requital. So this would have facilitated potentially, because if he draws into like another copy of like Crossout Designator, well, that doesn't really matter anyways. But having one more card is all the player needed. So this would be a way for you to get the extra +1, plus we didn't even see Desires. So if Desires or this, or either one of these was activated, we could potentially have seen just that extra 1 card that they needed as material for this combo to work. There's probably other YuGiOh cards where, you can just target Exceed monster maybe from your hand. Comment down below what card that would be, but I'm gonna give you guys this deck because I thought it was interesting. It was something that I've seen in a long time. I know, especially since this deck didn't even have 15 extra deck. I think this guy was just testing it out, but big shout out to Magic for this build. I'm going to go and just mouse over the cards. There's nothing really too important to mention. Most of the Lyrilusc monsters are just literally like special summon if you control Winged Beast. So like there's no real explanation for, you know, this. Most of the cards are just like searchers. And at the end of the day, they were even playing Mallet, which was one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because there are some cards where like you might not want to have, like if you're going first, you might not necessarily need Nibiru, right? Obviously cross out Desnator, fantastic to reset, put some of those cards potentially back, and then you can negate whatever like hand trap or something like that if you want to, and if you happen to be going first. There's also multiple copies of hand destruction, and my original like thought process was potentially with renovation, he was trying to get this in the grave, then like basically use this and facilitate stacking the extra monster. I'm feeling like you don't really need this. I understand that the Ghotsrick monster has this ability to go ahead and detach a material, but then you're still neutralizing. Even if you detach and then you get to add that card, you're still not essentially going plus because you still detach. So I wasn't really sure the idea of it. If someone knows, let me know, because even if you know, use this card to rank up, you can rank up anyways by just, you can also exceed by just slapping it on top. So I was thinking that this card could be completely dropped, but there might be some other reason that I really don't know about. There's no field spell here, so I'm not sure what the point of that was. But yeah, I'm just gonna mouse over the things because I think that this is a very interesting deck. These are the other cards that well, these were the cards that he was originally playing, but I decided to throw in these. He was, like I said, playing 41. But I think we can maybe cut it down, maybe even drop some of the hand traps to make it have even more consistency, but keeping in DD Crow and throwing in a Lair of Darkness is, again, since you can not only activate multiples of these, it will add more consistency to the deck, as the hand traps, obviously, like, you might want these for crossout Designator, so you can also think about dropping the triple crossout, throwing more Crows, Jester Confit, just again for more special summons, and then you can get those materials, because these do not require specifically a like Winged Beast monsters, and this could just facilitate just being there. But anyways, yeah, short little video for you guys. Curious to know what you guys' thoughts are on it, and if there's other ways to improve it, let me know, as I like doing these like deck in progress videos as well. But at the end of the day, I mean, you guys get the idea of the point of the new Lyrilusc FTK. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, and if you guys are new here and do want to maybe see an update, I'll update this in the future. I mean, all it really comes down to is like that one extra like card that the person needed, so just one more draw power and they would have been good. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.